Greetings, Earthlings.
Warning, the following program contains strong black first opinion about mature and strong subject matter that affects Black America and the diaspora as a whole. Listen at your own risk, you sissies.
Grand Rising All, you are listening to the one and only Be One or None. Good morning from Africatown, Los Angeles.
Grand Rising, everyone. We have the nation in the house. Queen Lynn, Queen Angie, Kathy B, and Mind Games right now.
Peace, peace, peace.
Hanging out with Queen Tina Berry, straight chasing. Yep.
Angie is back, y'all. God damn it.
Yes, it is good that she's back. Yes, it's good that she's back. Now, we want to clear up some things before we get started. I'm pretty sure y'all seen the thing. Mr. Paul Birdsong has been going around, self-proclaimed chairman of the Black Panther Party of Philadelphia. Now, what we've seen is that our videos that when we interviewed him, and I'm going to share the screen. Hold on, let me do the fair use first. When we interviewed him on our show, just like we interview a lot of people, when we interview people, that doesn't make them part of us. That doesn't mean they affiliated with us. And it's just like when I was with Boyce Watkins in the Fly Nubian Queen. Sometimes people say who they are and you find out they're not. And that's why they're, things happen. But we are not affiliated with Paul Birdsong. We knew of him. Just like we tell people to join the nation. We have people that come through. We were talking with him with joining the nation. And you'll see videos out there where he took it upon himself. He talked about being in UEPP at one point, and maybe that was about a month. And then he went on and took part of the logo, cropped it out, and started being with some older Black Panther members, if I'm not mistaken, in Philly, and started going his way. We told him many a times through the past years that that's not what we represent, and we've been denounced this. Me and Pablo have talked in the past about the reckless things that he was saying, because y'all know I've said it on the show many a times. All of us can attest that as UEOA, we don't represent going and marching in the street. Have I not said that many, many times, that we're not going out there yelling in the police face?
Facts.
So I've said many a times, because I did used to march, just like with Pan-Africanism. A lot of us was on Pan-Africanism because as America, they have us so lost with our identity. We joined things and we linked up with people, and then we learn as we go. We learn, a lot of us, like, wait a minute, why are we taking care of Africa and we struggling here in America? So we denounce a lot of stuff. And I'm not against Pan-Africanism, but I know that we were here first. That's why I agree with Tariq Nasheed when he say delineation. We agree with foundational Black Americans. We whether you want to call yourself a more foundational Black American, whatever, we all are saying the same thing. We are the people who built here in America. Paul Birdsong, the one that's walking around as a self-proclaimed chairman, that is what we mean by delineation. Because when you go through his thing, he considered himself Caribbean. And when these immigrants and people who are not from full background of Black people in the Black struggle, they kind of take what we build and turn it around for everybody. There was a point of time where the Black Panthers said they needed, they were protecting everybody. But at that point in time, a lot of Black people were getting along with some white people before we got into this full-blown racism. Because we do know there's a point in time where there was 2-parent households before the CIA went in and attacking Black people more and more. So we're not on, the Black Panthers basically stood for fighting for Black people, Black issues. We were the ones being unalived by police and still are. So when you have these people who come in here, and this is why delineation is so important. We've said it, you can go through the videos, we've talked. We say it's important that we take care of us first, because when they get what we build, they take it, and then everybody else starts benefiting. This is why we say we need ICE to get rid of these immigrants in our community. Why? A lot of these immigrants that came in, I'm not talking about the legal ones. Even the legal ones are a threat to us, because they come in here legally, they get loans, they get businesses, and voila, there go your gas station people. Can we all raise our hand and say every gas station you go into, it's Arabic or Indian in it, correct?
Bad. Way overdue. It been long overdue. This should have been taken care of a long time ago. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
real quick, can I interject? And I know y'all have not been on here. Everybody's watching. Please hit the like button and the share button, subscribe. But I might have missed something. But even if that's the case, could you explain to the audience who this gentleman is? I know we dive into this conversation.
Birdson, he came through. You're gonna see. You can go to Tahaka Bay. You can go to Tariq Nasheed. There's a lot of people. The guy that played our video. What is his name? Queen Lynn. What is his channel? What is his name? Black Alpha 16.
Black Alpha Network.
Black Alpha Network. He
right.
played. So they played our video, as you can see. Hold on. My camera is fuzzing out. But either which way, they played the video where we were interviewing him. At that point in time, he was, and I don't want to make this video about him. At that point in time, he was, one moment. At that point in time, he was calling himself Birdsong, and he was a rapper. So if you go to different people, you'll see his many changes. They said that he was going to different places and calling the news and creating corruption. They was in a affluent neighborhood, and then he came. We haven't seen a lot of, his family and stuff. But this is why with Black groups, we do have to vet people. We do have to do background checks. Like I told Pablo, you really have to do background checks, because he went from this person you see to this person to, like I said, now what he's doing is carrying a different flag. He was this person. There's many versions of him, and that's not him. But a lot of people are linking up with him because now there's white interests. White people want these immigrants. White people want these immigrants in our neighborhoods, because these immigrants, they're against ICE because ICE is taking away underground money. Our drugs, we have drugs and everything in our neighborhoods that need to be fixed. How you think those drugs get there? We do not grow drugs. We don't have coca plants and poppy seed plants to make fentanyl and cocaine. Our Black people have been tricked so much to say, hey, we got the hookup. Where you think the hookup is coming from? Every time that you see the videos and the drug bust, they'll put our faces in it, but it's being shipped in shipment containers, trucks and stuff.
Let's be clear,
nothing but the bottom of the totem pole. Where you think Epstein getting all those children? They mad with Trump, but do we remember when the 300,000 missing children immigrant went missing under Obama? These people are cartel that's been coming in, supplying drugs and children to the rich. You might catch a couple of Black people doing something and they use our faces, but we don't have a country to ship children from.
And I want to say something real quick.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me? So, you said that he had white people to support him. Remember, these are the white liberals, so-called woke people. They're the one who supply. Even the Republicans, the damn Democrats. So they're gonna. Oh man, they're loving it right now. Cause see, we don't even know if he linked in with Antifa allegedly. Cause they what they do. They infiltrate other groups and stuff. And I said we don't know anything about this guy. We know he's not FBA. It seems and. Now he's doing it. He talking about, I see some of the videos. I'm like, this guy talking about, taking down ICE and, dude, them federal agents. Yeah, them federal agents.
And this is why we're denouncing it, because that's a RICO charge. He's setting up Black Panthers all over. What happened? Because when they get your logos and get it, and then they wear it and say a group, now you RICO. He put all Black Panthers in danger with that. And this is why I'm gonna read this denouncement. And this comes from a couple of groups. A lot of people are still a lot of the groups are still going over the letter, but this is just formally from us. One moment. Let me get it. Hold on. I'm thinking I'm under there.
Yeah, why you in that? Your buddy, he's a op, y'all. And I don't know what this. I mean, anybody with common sense, everybody I see, they denounce him anyway.
Helping the Black community. The thing is, he's been out there helping the Black community, but this is what we mean by tethers and stuff. He's talking about fighting against ICE. That's not our fight. That has nothing to do with Black community. ICE is getting a lot of these out our communities. It's a contradiction against mothers against drugs and guns. How are all these guns in our children's hands when Black people barely have anything? How come every Black teen could get their hand on drugs and guns, but not business loans and opportunities? And it's a contradiction. And this is what we mean by immigrants don't understand our plight, our fight, and our struggle. But this is a joint statement of the UEOA and people who have been representing us. We, as a UEOA, condemn the reckless and unauthorized actions. The undersigned collective of Black organizations, UEOA and FBA, stand in unison to condemn the reckless, dangerous, and unsanctioned statements and actions of Paul Birdson and his Philadelphia, Pennsylvania Black Chapter, Black Party Panther for Defense. We expressively denounce any attempt to drag, coerce the greater Black community and fellow Black power formations into military conflict or adversarial engagement on behalf of or in defense of non-Black people. Such actions are undertaken without our consent, without our mandate, and directly contradict of the principles and collective of self-determination and community-focused solidarity. These unauthorized initiatives do not represent our values or strategies or agreed upon direction as our people of UEOA. Our stance is the priority of building up Black America. Our focus is unwavering and clear: the building, protection, and empowerment of Black Americans, FBA. While we recognize injustice wherever it does exist, our primary energy, resources, and advocacy must be directed towards solving the profound and persistent crisis within our own communities. We cannot be diverted from this urgent mission. Black America continues to face existential threats stemming from systemic racism, economic violence, and internal community destruction. Our people are in a state of emergency that demands our full, undivided attention. Our commitment in addressing the real crisis in our community. We stand for tangible actions and healing at home. We are committed to the fight against gun violence, tearing our families apart, the lack of quality education and resources for our youth, homelessness and housing insecurity, generational poverty and economic disenfranchisement, food shortages and nutritional deserts, disproportionate health disparities, the destruction of Black life through mass incarceration and police brutality. This is our battlefield. This is where our defense is needed. Our self-defense is the defense of our communities from these daily systemic attacks. It is the defense of our future through building institutions, creating wealth, securing health, and fostering peace. We call on all those who genuinely care for Black liberation to reject this unauthorized provocation and redirect that energy towards the concrete, life-affirming work of building, healing, and empowering Black America. Our power is in our unity. Our power is in our unity of purpose for our people, by our people, and the collective organizations and representatives of the UEOA. And I land my plane.
All righty.
Well said.
Absolutely. And again, I just want to reiterate to people, I did put this gentleman's name in the chat. If you want to put that up, Queen, I don't know. And we said we're going to focus on him, but I know how people are. You want to go back and see the, the interviews and whatever. So I'm going to ask you, if you do go over there and watch, because it's human nature, watch his content that pertains to the UEOA, go ahead and in the comments section, put a hashtag UEOA and redirect that traffic over here with all due respect. But seriously, I don't think people really understand the severity of it, because we don't. Like, I don't know this gentleman because I don't.
Yeah, we did an interview with him, just like anybody else.
Yeah, we did. That was a long time ago.
Yeah,
so apparently
he wanted to help. He was dealing, like when you out in the streets and you're in the community and people are feeding. I mean, I'm not knocking everything he's been doing. He has been out there feeding and giving away food, and that's what attracted. He was giving us ideas of how to get food into the community, food banks, and he's been doing some work. But when he took that stance to you could have used the White Panthers, but you took the Black. Yeah, there's the White Panthers. I'm talking about if that's what he wanted. He took the stance of the Black Panther and went out and used out what Black Panther stood for, to fight for illegal immigrants when you don't even know politics. These people came in under Biden and Kamala, and a lot of them been here. Administration mean they're illegal. They're not supposed to be here. They broke the law. But yet he took that, and then he took all that work and he went out here and saying, say her name, Renee, the white woman who got killed, who was being paid to harass an ICE agent. These immigrants are not piled in the white communities. Notice where they're at. And this is not just Latino immigrants. There's Jamaicans, Haitians, and all of them. These are the people that don't care about building their own country. They come over here to bring their garbage to our country, because we have to remember there was a time when Black Panther first was started. Even though we had the Black Panthers, we had 2-parent households. We represented royalty. Our little girls didn't wear sexualized outfits, and our rap was not the same when Black Panther Party was created. That's what they were trying to protect, was the dignity of Black people.
And I want to say this real quick too. I don't know if you saw this. I just saw it earlier today that I think Huey P knew either his daughter or his niece. They denounced his ass too. They put
and they about to put a lawsuit because this could be a RICO.
You said they did what? She did what?
She denounced him and said that she's about to sue people for using the Black Panther Party name, because it's a problem, and that could be a RICO charge, because anybody that says Black Panther, just like we saying that we're going to be putting what we need for UEOA, so nobody won't use our image and our logo, because if they go out here, he blows a hole in an ice chest like these Black people, I mean white people want it. Now everybody that's affiliated with Black Panther, or even people who respect Black Panther, you have something in your car and the police pull you over, what you think going to happen to a Black person? We already being hunted down, and on top of it, these are ICE agents. Where was he at when the Black girl who was killed by an illegal immigrant, wasn't her name, I gotta find her name, was
the car, what's the name? The car is something, breaking in Maryland through the bridge. Yeah, nobody talking about that. She only got $50,000 for her funeral, and then she barely got that. And then your girl Jamie Crockett ain't crying about that. They didn't even mention that.
Look at this Black woman. She was great. Her name is Latasha Thompson. Look that up. Latasha Thompson was by 6 illegal aliens. These people come from their country because their country has no rules. They don't care. And they bring that stuff over here and they think it's okay. It's in our neighborhoods. Our neighborhoods didn't become gang wars just out overnight because we don't care about ourselves. We have to remember who we are and who we were before they came in here in our communities. We protected our children. I'm not saying it wasn't no crime, but it wasn't like this. There was no such thing as mass incarceration back then.
And I'm gonna say this real quick, because he's talking about the same thing. Jeremy Crockett, this chick sitting up here talking about we immigrants. No, we're not. What the hell you talking about? You speak for yourself. And trying to say that sent to my ICE is like the slave patrol. It's nothing to like, man. Get out of here with that, man. These liberals. I'm so sick. I'm so sick of them damn liberals, man. They get my damn nerve. Them black liberals will work. Yeah.
Misha Newton and Nisa Huey P. Newton is taking legal action against groups misrepresenting the Black Panther Party. She aims to protect her uncle's legacy because Bobby Seale, when he got out, Bobby Seale said the downfall of the Black Panther Party was that Rainbow Coalition where they were saying protect everybody when they let everybody in.
Wow.
I got a question for you guys. Quinn, you can take that off of there. You can take the thing off of there. I want to ask you guys. So we had this, and I do remember it's been so long ago, but I do recall having him on. And it wasn't, I don't recall us ever having any bad interviews with anybody. So I'm sure it was decent. So again, things have changed. What do you all think? I'm just asking, I'm putting it out there about us having another conversation with him, another interview. Let me tell you, I know you're gonna say no, but I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying that, why I'm asking. Because I think that, and I'm not being a rebel rouser, but I think we're so quick to cancel people, and I'm all with the announcement. I'm all with the announcement. I'm all with that. I'm on board. I'm not saying that, but we don't have conversations with people to ask you like,
we had conversations before he did this. This is what we're saying about him using the logo when he stopped. He had many conversations behind. That's why we didn't want to make this video about him. We told him, we talked. We had many conversations like, no, that's not what we represent. As you can see, he went from Black Panthers, from Bloods and this and that. He was looking for the fame that he got. And not trying to be funny, this was way before then. And hold on, I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to share a little bit of his page.
So he said, no, he won't have another interview. He won't talk to us.
I don't want to. Look at this. Okay. Look at this. Do you see this? Hold on. He's out there, but hold on. Dang. It won't pull up.
Can you make it bigger? Yeah.
Do you see him with the white man saying he finna open back up the White Panthers?
I see him.
Damn. Wow. For real. He's with the
Latinos. My thing is, when he said say her name, you took a saying. Hold on. Say that. He went on his page and said, say her name for that white woman who was shot. But you ain't said no black people name that's been hurt by illegal immigrants. You talked about blowing a hole for a white woman. And told us to say her name. Is enough with people taking what the black struggle is and co-opting it for themselves and just stepping over the black people. You could have been, you could have been protected if the whole scenario would have played out different. If you was protecting black people against ICE, who killed the unarmed black man, the ICE agent who basically was the undercover, not undercover. He was not in uniform. The black man didn't know, and he was shooting his gun during New Year's. And you could have been taking a stance and saying, you're not, ICE is not going to come in here harassing black Americans. No, you took a stance to say illegal immigrants need to be protected and walked home.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I need to say that. I want to know, like, as far as accountability, I'm serious. As far as accountability,
he don't care. He's running with
what's your problem? Like, I need to understand.
His problem is that he's saying that's what he's saying the Black Panther, that's what it represents for all people. He's all lives matter. While we're yelling Black Lives Matter. This is the same thing that happened with Black Lives Matter. They get involved and then people start doing it for themselves. If you go on his page, he just raised money, and he raised money for headquarters, and he's linking up with white people and everything, and they're not. But this is ICE. What happened with the police? What happened with the police killing us? We ain't heard no black issues because immigrants and ICE have taken over the headlines. No more black issues.
So again, if you all are listening to this, and I know human nature, people will go to this page and look at it. And that's why I didn't want to put that up as far as who it was, so that you can look at it. And y'all ask those questions. I'm gonna go over there and ask the questions. Like, where's your mindset? I put in the comment section.
The mindset is that they don't. The mindset is these people really don't understand the black struggle. They have no respect of what our ancestors went through, because at the end, his ancestors come from the Caribbean. They don't care about what we're saying. It's easier to get with white people and what they have more association with than to really focus on black issues. Black people are unaliving each other in our own communities. Where the hell are we getting these guns? We don't have a gun manufacturer. They are racist to us. So where are these guns coming from? Where are the drugs coming from? We don't have a field where we're growing drugs. They're being pushed in by illegal immigrants. And we think we got the hookup. We don't have a country to bring in little children. Where you think all these missing children are coming from? When you deal with the cartel, they're their own illegal government. They send them here in our communities, and they work and they take our jobs and our businesses, and they send that money back to their country, and they're feeding crime. And we're the only ones being packed into these white people prisons, while our government, you know that y'all look it up. What about the CIA plane that was full of cocaine and all? Where you think they're bringing them drugs to? Us, to sell them, and then they make us the face of it, and we go to jail and prison, and our families are messed up. Our men and our fathers are in jail and prison, and they're over somewhere getting high, having little girls and little boys for fun, and living the best life. They need to be out our communities.
Y'all remember a few years ago, what was the last war? Not war, but I can't remember when it was, but they were sending our soldiers over there to protect the poppy seeds over in where was it?
Exactly.
You know, our soldiers over there.
Look at where they going, and why are they protecting the poppy seeds, and how are they making it, all this stuff. We buy their clothes, we buy everything. What do we have? UEOA, our stance is we need a gas station in every state, or at least every city. How come we don't have a gas station? We have nothing as black people. We have a lot of rich black people, but we're selling other people products. We don't have a manufacturing company. Well, we have what is it? We Buy Black, the one that do the washing powder and stuff, but it's not even big that you hear. We do have a black company called Good Foods. They're manufacturing their own foods. They say they're in Walmart and all this stuff, but we can't never find them.
And that's the thing, I think, with education, we really have to horn in on, you know, it's cool to have your own black business, but if we're getting supplies and stuff and resources from other people, it's worse, but it's not. So how do we get to a point where we do have, you know, buildings where we have manufacturing
getting together? People like that's raising money. He's raising money and directing them towards white struggles, immigrant struggles. Why the hell are we fighting for immigrants? Look at where he's at. He's in the black community, right? He's not in the white community. So you're in the black community with guns. Talking about Black Panther needs to protect immigrants, illegal immigrants against ICE. Do you know ICE is going because they have a list of people that they know are criminals, and they know who they're looking for. They act like they're just walking in the street saying, "Hey, you look like an immigrant. Come here." No, they have a list of people.
Let me say this real quick. A lot of black people, I'm tired of these black. I just check a lot of black people on Facebook and TikTok. Like, look, man, y'all need to stop this shit. Y'all talking about they jacking up citizens. Them people, like you said, they got a list. And this guy, he's no threat, man. He gonna get a bunch of brothers killed because them guys ain't got no training or nothing. You around here with an AR, you know, talking all that big shit, and then they laugh like, man, these guys, you know, most of them guys in ICE is like special force, ex-military, like, man, you know, them guys got all kind of weapons, man. They mean waste. The liberals gonna push it because they want somebody to go out there just like Antifa to antagonize people
they want to save their illegal businesses.
Yeah, because they know in 2028 the midterm. Well, this the midterm. We're not 2028 is the presidential election, but the midterm is this year in a couple of months. And they trying to get in them seats and stuff. And they using this thing, man, to their advantage. I can't believe black people still falling for it. I told a lot of black people say y'all gonna, the Somalians,
everybody's falling
billions of dollars. Is billions of dollars.
Crazy people don't look crazy no more. They look like one of us. Like people that are real sane. They look like they in a struggle, like because you in a struggle, like you in a fight for your life. Crazy people look so normal right now. You can't tell a crazy person. You gotta do your background check. Yeah, you know how much time it takes to do a background check. You pay for it. You on people's social media. You all these, different names. It's a lot of work, and people don't do that, and that's cool. But don't be linking up with people that don't show their worth and prove their worth. And people.
My peep thing is all these organizations. Birdson would have been fine, even if you're Caribbean or whatever, if you're fighting for the people in your community, the people who look like you, the people who are struggling, because the people who look like me and you, the people who are struggling, but to take our name, where's the Mexican gang leaders? Where they at? Where's M13? Where's all these gang leaders to protect their people against ICE? That's because ICE is shipping them back. Most of these people are working, being strong-armed. They sending their money back. That's why you go in the neighborhoods. I want y'all to open your eyes to what you see. They got their own bus stations. They got their own telephone lines. That's because they're contacting their cartel and their families over there. Some of them have to work over here and send their money back because we don't know what's going on in their country. Their families could be killed. I know a gas station when I stayed in Florida, they would rotate out these Indian or Arabs. They would rotate out the men that work there. They will work there for so many years. And the man told me when I came there, he was like, okay, you won't see me no more. Like, why? Oh, I got my wife. I made my money. And he has to go to his country now. He made hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then they shipped him out and shipped somebody else in. We don't even work that way as Black people. That's money being pulled out of our neighborhoods, going, and they're living. And then when they get to their country with $100,000, they're a millionaire.
And that's what I was gonna say.
Let's be honest, man.
When they do break the law, and I'm gonna say this first of all,
when they break the law, we have a list of them, and they're not supposed to come back. And that is part of the people ICE is looking for. Some of them been here 3 and 4 times with different identities because they have broke laws over here and broke laws in their country. But go ahead, I ain't mean to cut you off.
Here's my thing though: even if they're law-abiding citizens and they're illegal, they're still sending money back. There are decent people, immigrants. There are, whether you're legal or illegal. The point is, they're sending money back. So, in the instance that they are detained, and whether they break the law or not, they will go back to where they came from. And now you built up all this wealth, and so when you go back, you're good. I'm talking about the people that are not criminals and not, running for the law. So
I worked with a lot of them in Florida.
We're not going back nowhere.
I work with a lot of immigrants in Florida, and they would be in the call centers and everything. And they said, well, when we finish here, what y'all buy houses for $100,000 here, that I can take 10,000 and we have land in houses. And they used to show us, and they would work over here. They would send their children over here as exchange students. But we don't get that type of life. We can't go in their country and get no protection, get no benefits or nothing. Bump that mess with Ghana and all them talking about come over here. They want us to bring our money. They're not providing us nothing free. They're not providing us free health care and protection from the white supremacists over here in America. Nobody is protecting us. This is what the Black Panther was for. And so it's a disgrace to take the Black Panther symbol and say you're going to protect people and you don't even know the gist of it. These people, like you said, Queen, they committed crime. Some of these people have been over here 3 and 4 times because they're not Americans. They have already great people, unalive people, and they've been before our judges and they've been on the streets.
Let me say this real quick too. A lot of people don't know. I'm saying, I ain't mean to y'all, but I'm gonna say it real quick. See, a lot of y'all cooking too. A lot of people don't know. A lot of them just they took upon themselves to go back because they said they want to deal with Trump. See, you got to have a president like him because he's straight up with you going back. And they got a video of when Obama was running all them up. Remember, you know who was head of the ICE agents back in when Obama was in office, right? Tom Homlin, the same guy. Obama gave him a damn medal. I just posted on my TikTok. Gave him a medal now, but Black people up here talking about, they like the slave patrol on it.
Out because they opened the flood. And Trump.
I'm just like, y'all, the same guy that they're doing it now. He worked up on a.
Yeah, I remember when we were younger and like we had relay races and like field day and like everybody got a participation medal or participation ribbon. That's what that is to me more. It's your little medals and your little honors.
Yeah. I'm saying that Obama did the same damn thing, but Black folk didn't have no problem with it. and stuff. They were rounding people up, weighing people at 3 o'clock in the morning, getting people when they were going to work. Illegal immigrants and sending them back. Black people don't have a problem with that. Did I tell these black people they need to shut the hell up? Because when Trump was a damn Democrat, y'all didn't say shit. When he was giving money, funding all these campaigns for Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton
and he helped fund Obama too.
And gave money to Kamala Harris. Look, exactly. But Kamala Harris ran the district attorney in California. Trump and his daughter gave her some money. That's documented. So they need to shut the hell up. I let my plan on that.
But like you were saying, D Mays, they're rounding them up. Why? Black people ask why. Stop using we play with our imagination. It's time to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
They're finding these people. They're not just walking in streets gathering people. That's what these white people want you to think. You're fighting ICE to get rid of you. They want these people in to take your jobs and opportunities. There have been so many opportunities opened up that black people have testified. Construction jobs.
You see what you saw in Mississippi, right? The Coke Foods in Mississippi. They got a bunch of warehouses out there. Now, since they sent all of them immigrants back, black people getting jobs. It was on the internet, it was on Facebook and on YouTube talking about it, bro. Like, man, he's like, yeah, man, I'm so glad we got jobs now. And then they hired all black people. And one guy like, I feel sorry for the immigrants, but it's good for us. You got to feel sorry for them. Hell, them your jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Why you feel sorry for somebody who taking food out your children's mouth? You know what? They have to go over there and fight. They have to die like we did in our civil wars. Go over there and fight your cartels. Go over there and fight the people in your country. You have a whole fucking country. Fight like we did.
I want to do that.
Come over here after we built the Black Panther. Paul is one example. We built the Black Panther, so you take it and do as you want with it, so it can benefit you and your people and the message you want to give out, because you want to see kumbaya. We want to see our kids get a chance. Fight. All that energy put into the kids who's killing each other. Patrol against gang violence. Open up. These immigrants was coming in Chicago. They were shutting down schools. They shut down schools when black kids went there, but they opened up schools for immigrants. They give them housing. They are living on our backs for 2 years so that they can get themselves together with food stamps, Section 8 and everything. And then they make you embarrassed when you have to get it. And then they go through you and scrutinize you and locking us up if we make a mistake on an application or lie about an extra $100. These Somalians been keeping running Minnesota dry with welfare fraud, and everybody was a whistleblower, but because Governor Tim Walz and all them told them, threatened them, which he's stepping down now, they have committed so much fraud, and then they got on live and taunted us and said we was jealous of them.
Exactly. Now he want to meet with Trump now. He want Trump to come to his state now.
No, because Trump exposed a lot of this, and we don't want to see. They got us mad with Trump, so anything Trump do is bad. These immigrants are in there in your communities for a reason. Go around here and ask, he should be working with ICE. Are you an illegal immigrant? What are you contributing? Yeah, there's a lot of nice ones, but Trump gave them a chance. Deport yourself back, and then you can come back in the right way. Like the legal immigrants had to pay tens of thousands of dollars to be be legal here. We have to work, get up and work every day. Even though it looked like we living just as good as the white people, most black people, we got to work extra hard at our jobs. We got to work extra hard. Then these illegal immigrants come. The illegal ones are hire the other immigrants, and they'll pat each other on the back. I remember working in the hotels and working in the cleaning industry where I'm from, and I felt like the outsider in my own country. My great grandmama, I could give you her death certificate. Back then, they put what your careers was. My grandmother, them were housekeepers, maids and stuff. Now they look upon us like we the dirty ones, and now the immigrants just come in and now they do a better job than us when we've been cleaning master house like I don't know what for years, taking care of their children, doing the fruit in the fields and creating inventions to make it easier. And now we giving credit to people who did not build the foundation of America. And you think that is right? Come on.
Thanks.
These immigrants come in. I used to work with them. None of them speak English. I'm doing my job and using my phone so I can translate. The reason why you know they're illegal because you're supposed to be able to pass basic tests to be legal here in America.
And I'll say this too. Here's the thing though, like, so we're having this fight with immigrants and, you know, placement and displacement, but it goes further than that, because say, for instance, they, you know, remove a bunch of the illegal immigrants. We're still fighting for equal pay.
That's
equal
what we're talking
opportunities.
about.
You know,
Exactly.
I'm saying a lot of people don't see it like that. It's just like, it stops right there for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Where we're not understanding that it goes deeper than that. It's just, this is part of the problem, but it goes so much deeper. People are so surface minded. We don't follow through. That's like you said, you know, the marching thing is a joke. Like I exactly. The work, it's a joke, but why can't you sign this petition? Why can't you, you know, share information? Why can't we collaborate? That's more beneficial. You know, why can't we share knowledge?
Let's talk about the ICE thing with Renee Good. Her family got a half $1.5 million. The ICE agent who shot her, they raised money for $500,000. Both of them became millionaires because the wealth gap in America is relevant. White people support either side and they have the money to do it. But us, nobody's that black man that was killed by off-duty ICE agent, his family's still poor. The lady, the young girl that was just, I think her name Denise or whatever, not whatever, but I have to look up her name. And Latasha, them, they family still struggling. They barely getting GoFundMe money to bury them. But for some reason, whether white people are on the wrong side or the right side, they become millionaires. GoFundMe has made so many white racist millionaires and nobody is talking about it. That's the stuff we have to deal with in America. We produced almost everything from the potato chip to the GPS. Remember the lady who created the GPS? She just died this week. We created the stoplight, the radiator, the computers, we created cars. Ford created mass production, showing how you can get somebody to work to produce them, but we created the cars. Our people created the peanut, everything we use. And how come nobody black has generational wealth? Is that not a problem?
The snap of the faces that you named all those things, and it's documented, and there's still no resolution.
Nothing. How come there's only white people that own, and then they make it look like we were lazy? So our people invented everything. So when did the laziness come in? When you started killing off the grandparents that had the mind to invent, when you started killing and lynching our people? Because remember, lynching came after slavery. I hope you know that. You was lynching business people when you burned down all the towns. If the black woman was the first woman to fly an airplane, not Amelia Earhart, a black woman. I got a book right here and we can order it. I still got some. Me and Nicole were putting them together and she got more. It's called Real Queens Like Me. We got Kamala and them in there, but it's a list of black people, black women who had accomplishments, and we need to get black men. Different filmmakers, different things that we did first. And somehow they burned our history down and got rid of it and left us here. And then all of a sudden they turn around. Look at the comments. Every time something goes on with a white person, they pour in, whether it's good or bad. But one thing a black person do, look at how the white people get on there. The usual suspect. Yeah, anybody got a rope? Oh, I know a tree chipper and all this stuff. Look at how they hate run so deep. That support that Paul is getting is not black power support, it's hate support, because they want illegal immigrants here to take your place, not to help you. Illegal immigrants are not helping you. Think about it. It's illegal and legal. When you do something illegal, you're put in jail. I'm tired of seeing black people going to jail for food stamp fraud. Black people are fucking hungry. What about the black lady that was homeless and had her kids in the car and she ain't had nowhere to go and she was trying to do an interview and they called DHR to take her children? How many black children are missing from out the system? We can go on and on about the black struggle. So Paul, where the fuck are you at with all that? This is what the Black Panthers is supposed to represent. And the whole point of UEOA is to bring together the groups that are B1, that are concerned about these things, because we're spread all over, but you don't hear our voices. The whole point of UEOA is to bring in all these empires of B1 people, that is FBA, that wants to help rebuild our people together. That is what UEOA represents. We're not Pan-Africanism. It represents us bringing one umbrella to bring us all together because we're so spread it out. Whatever one group might be doing good in New York, but that doesn't help me in Alabama or Georgia or Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
we got
exactly.
Yes, the whole point of POA is getting groups together to make a change, because if not, they're gonna die. We're gonna die out. Half of us are gonna be wiped out of memory. The other half is gonna be in prison. The other half is gonna be on drugs, doing drugs like with their little Latino and white friends. Because a lot of these Latinos are dying of fentanyl because that's where it's coming from.
Exactly, and we're gonna have to. Yeah, black people gonna have to really get into politics on the local level. Like I know the got Billion. I think
start reading and
you gotta
shut
have
up.
support. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have to support each other. Get into politics heavy. We need representatives in every major city, town, local level, on a big level. You're gonna have to like start getting our kids involved with that, knowing the law and stuff like that, and going to the communities with these stores and stuff, letting people know, like, look, and I'll be honest with you, most black people don't care. They just want to go somewhere to buy their food, candy, liquor. And it's sad because you gotta have a mindset like
that
this.
they have everything that black people need in the store
Yep,
that want.
exactly.
How come black people don't have none of these Shell stations and Chevron station franchises? How come we're not being taught this in school? How come we're not being taught how to buy? How come an immigrant who never been here is being taught how to get a gas station? How are they just coming from their country and know, oh, let me go with Shell, let me go with Chevron, let me go with BPP, let me go with the Howard Johnson, let me go with all these hotels. How do they know to come over here and get these businesses?
Exactly. And then you got black people, the damn black liberals sitting up here worrying about the wrong thing, like Jeremy Crockett, like I said her name again, worrying about the wrong thing. You ain't talking about them out black
every day. She not worried about food stamps, never have. She not worried about homelessness, never have. She
come from a family.
Her family made enough money where they could pay $32,000 tuition to send her to a private school.
Yep.
And then she's
people were finding out information about her background, saying that she might be Haitian. So she could
really if she Haitian or not. She don't her people, she never went to the schools that we went to.
Yeah. She probably one of the prominent black families, and and not like you up here crying for this damn woman. Like I said, we're not saying that we want this woman to be on lose her life, but you up here crying for this lady you didn't even know. And I don't know why. But the Democrats are stupid because they
hear her talk about the black man that was killed, all the black women that was killed by illegal immigrants, the black man that was killed by ICE. They ain't saying nothing about the black people.
Nope.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Now your boy, the dude,
we can't.
I'm just saying he did mention for a split second about the guy. So he trying to use that. He said real bad about the black guy that killed New Year's. The guy, the one who killed the one.
His name.
Is that? Of course. He said, yeah. You're right. You know, he just did that just to throw it out there. But man, black. I looking at the people that follow him. I said, man, them guys look like they lost. Like, hey, nobody's not gonna take them guys
serious. His goal is like, is he trying to run for office? Is he trying to set up
the Democrat. He's a paid the Democrat. He's a paid shield. Yeah, they probably gonna pay him. But he probably George Soros.
Is he trying to run for office? Like, what's happening?
He's not office material. Nah, he's too radical to be in the office. They don't want nobody like him.
ICE arrested a family. They followed a 5-year-old boy coming home from Minnesota preschool. They asked him to knock on the house door to see who owned and arrest his family. That's because you registered your child. You knew you was an illegal immigrant. And what the hell is a 5-year-old doing in Minnesota walking home from daycare by his fucking self?
Exactly, because they scared and hiding and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what they doing. They hiding.
And then you know them daycares. A lot of black people. I got a friend here that need to get her kids in something, but we got a waiting list. Every time we need something, there's a waiting list. I mean, I want black people to put all the pieces together. Why is this stuff happening to you and around you? Stop blaming the condition that your children and the teens and the black teens is in, and blame how did we get here?
Exactly. Because I'm like, and that scam, I'm looking at that. I doing some more research earlier today. Billions of dollars, man. These people, them Somalia made so much damn money. They scam people. I'm like, at the end of the day,
over here, and 80% of them on welfare and getting benefits, and nobody says anything. They're coming over here. You're not supposed to come to America to live off the system. You're supposed to be coming here to provide to America. They're coming here to get on welfare. But every time you see one of these white people get on there and hating their own brothers and black people who helped them be the white people they are because of our ancestors, they call us the welfare queens and the welfare and the thugs and stuff. But you're not blaming the white people and these that's bringing in these immigrants to live off the system.
Exactly. Yeah, like I said,
I feel like when we talk about the gas stations and stuff, like it's weird because when you go in there, you can buy anything. You can buy apparel, as well as black apparel. You can buy, high price cologne. You can buy bongs. You can buy weed. So you have to think to yourself, these people. I feel like those people are not struggling. I'm sure they have the same mindset where they come from, where they build their wealth. I don't think those people are struggling with their own welfare. I feel like they understand how the system works over here, and they come over here.
Hell yeah, you take advantage of
somebody is teaching them. They can't. How
That's
can
what
you
I'm saying.
Still in a black community when you don't live in the black community?
That's
none of them
like there's no reason why we can't do that as black people. Like we're having this conversation. Like, why can't we put our money together? Why can't we have contracts and accountability?
Yeah,
the UEOA initiative is to get together and make a plan to start having our own gas station, own grocery store, and wherever. Buy from us from a change. Why are we always the consumer? Why are we always working to give our money to everybody else and then praying and feeling sorry for everybody else? And then we turn around and our children are robbing and shooting and selling drugs to get the same money we're giving away.
I agree.
Yeah, and it's funny though. To this out, it's funny. This guy, I never forget. This guy, back when Black Lives Matter and stuff was real strong. I never forget out of the store. This Arrow guy down the street from me. He had a bunch of shirts, Black Lives Matter shirts, and hats and stuff. And I'm like, hey man, I said, so where the proceeds go to? He's like, what you mean? I said, is it going, like the help, the community and stuff? He looked at me and laughed like, nope, it's going in my pocket. I like, yep, they just scam. People be using it. I'm saying people make money out of black suffering pain, man. And it's sad that we just go along with it, And now since they out the picture now, people, they try to resurrect them, but they done. They never. Black Lives Matter is done. Nobody not gonna. All that money they scam people out of. And like I said, the original ones, they killed them all.
What made it a scam is that they used black victims to get money, and none of the victim families got money. Only
people still understand that.
Yeah, this is just like what we're talking about now. Because if Paul was about Black Lives Matter or about B1, you would be raising money and saying, "Hey, I got to focus on this." Maybe ICE needs to come in here so it can help us clean up our neighborhood, because how we getting these guns in our neighborhood? How are our kids getting AR-15s, y'all? Ask the question. Let's ask all types of questions. How did this get here? How did this gas station get here and not from us first? And how did we see gas stations pop up all around us? How come we didn't get an opportunity to get that gas station or that grocery store? How is drugs being shipped in and nobody ever gets arrested, but the people on the street always getting arrested? How come we're not packed in jail with illegal immigrants who bring in children and all this stuff? How come Epstein files are still protected? Because all these rich people were buying these children that these illegal aliens were shipping in. What about the lady who found the 18-wheeler full of children bodies because they unalive them children and pack their bodies with drugs and ship them over here? Let's ask the question, how is our children and our teens fighting and killing each other over drugs and stuff? And when we don't grow drugs, we don't make drugs, where are they getting the guns and the drugs from? How come every black teen has a gun almost, or can get access to a gun or an AR-15? We talking about the gun violence, but we ain't talking about how they got the guns. When we gonna start suing these gun manufacturers? We talking about the drugs, but we ain't talking about who gave them the drugs. And I ain't talking about the connect. We talking about who was the connect to the connect. How they getting pounds and pounds of cocaine? Who's giving it to them? We get caught our people get caught driving down the street, but why they don't never catch them before they get to us?
It's a lot. I agree. We definitely have to start thinking.
Yes.
And strategy. I'm just being real with things. You know, again, people are so oblivious and they just don't think. We're not thinking. And I think I think a lot of us here on this platform, we keep up with social media news and Black informed news, right? And sometimes it's iffy, you know, but it's real. So I think we need to be more diligent with the information that we're collecting. We can't taking, you know, somebody's word for things.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta do your research.
We gotta keep going. We gotta, like I said, we can't keep saying the same stuff. We've been
more initiatives
Black
with
folk.
I'm gonna get about it.
Yeah, I know, yeah. And as like you said, just Black people. Don't be. Yeah, can you hear me now? Yeah, I'm saying. Can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it real quick. Black folk, don't get caught up. Get out. Some of us need to see on social media and the TV because it have corrupted people's minds. They don't know real from fiction. They just half the people that be following these folks don't know what the hell going on. Like a lot of Black people, like friends of mine and probably people y'all know, it's sad that Black people, most Black people can't even think for themselves. Like they only know one way, and that's the Democratic way, and that's so sad. That's why white people are using this to their advantage. They're like, yeah, they're gonna put y'all back in chain. Y'all gonna be next. I'm like, get the hell out of here. I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see so many people.
Can't ship us anywhere because we are the original people here in America, and we have groups fighting what they call us: FBA, Aboriginal, Indian, American,
Solon,
Moor, Solon. We all the same damn people. This is what UEOA is for, so that we can just all come together. Whatever you want to call your self, we're saying the same thing. Now, what we're gonna do about it?
Exactly, because we don't want to be the confusion.
Social media, it's about not spending your energy and your time with things that are entertaining versus empowering and educational. You know, so if you're watching y'all watching us right now, please continue to watch, like, share, and subscribe. But start looking at things where you can verify things, where people have fact-based information and resources and, you know, links to this information. You know, just be careful what you're linking up with. You know, protect your energy. So
yeah, because you got ops everywhere, y'all. Got ops everywhere. Because I said, you don't know, they probably can't. This guy, a Democrat, like, look, we're gonna pay you. You know, because the thing is, see, it's happening so fast. They're here in Atlanta now. I just saw they had a meeting. I knew we were about to go, but I wanted to talk about this real quick. They had a meeting. Actually, I'm in East Point. You know, that's like 5 minutes away from Atlanta. And they had a meeting. I stay in a liberal city, and man, don't white people like, yeah, even some Black people that I helped. They helped us with our nonprofit, and some people we helped to get, you know, campaign for Black Democrats. They want to get they didn't want spearheading it. Like, yeah, we got to stop this for they get all the legal immigrants. And I'm like, they had a big town hall meeting last night, man. I was like, wow. I'm like, they blown this thing out of proportion. It's not, like you say, if you legal, if you hear the right way, you got nothing to worry about. And it's usually scared tactics. I'm tired of that shit. I like my plan. Exactly.
We're gonna get up out of here. Go through the process. When we get stopped, they tell us hands up, don't shoot. We have a Black formation that we have to do that nobody talks about, that white people always yell in the comment. Did you comply? Did you do that? We got to get information. So if you legally here, then get information. Hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, ICE won't get you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So go through the process to prove that you're legal, just like we have a process. And then if you're legal, you don't have nothing to worry about. But if you're illegal, then you're illegal. And you're going to go, and you're supposed to do it the right way. I have no sympathy.
Hey, y'all, check this before we go. I think we should all do our research. I wonder if the Democrats are behind ICE more so than the Republicans and starting.
Of course. Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? This is a ruckus.
It's not even, we need to stop separating the Democrats and the Republicans.
I know.
It's white and white.
I know, but all that stuff.
Democrats are interested in some, and half of Republicans are different, and majority of the Democrats are, and the majority of the Republicans. Majority of the Republicans are behind ICE. Yes, they are. The majority of the Democrats are not, because a lot of these people who are in Congress are millionaires, and where they they getting their money from? The drugs that our people sell. Where are they getting these kids that went to Epstein Island? Because just because Epstein is gone, you don't just drop a habit out the blue. That means you moved it. How did he have an island? All of them know where the money came from. They keep talking about this. How come he became a billionaire off of selling little children? You see what I'm saying? So they all part of it. It's just that white people are in power on either side, and they're trying to protect their interests, those that is against it.
Battle of the Bullet by Malcolm X. Listen to that, and then next say, and that Epstein file that'll never come out. Too many important people on them both sides, Democrat, Republican, and foreign people. That'll never. That like us, we was on that list, and we some powerful, some big wigs. It's never gonna. We never. It's nobody going to jail because. Yeah.
We're talking about the immigrants and who's behind it. Epstein, but like we have homelessness, we have poverty, we have financial despair, like. And we're all wrapped up with all this foolishness. I'm gonna let my plan.
I'm gonna read this again.
That's all part of the plan, like the Joker says. All part of the plan.
We're not gonna be wrapped up. Like I told Pablo, our problem is we're focusing on everything but focusing on what we're supposed to do. We gotta focus on what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna read this again. Like we denounced everything. We denounced all the recklessness. We denounced everything. And I'm gonna read this again. Now, I want y'all to say something. I'm gonna read this, and we're gonna be out of here. So, get your last words in, Queen. King.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No.
You gonna read first?
I'm sorry.
No, I was.
My last words would be. My last words would be: do we know if ICE is in every state? Because I feel that they are behind the scenes, and we don't see it all. Is ICE everywhere? Because they popping up in a whole lot of different states.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about.
You're in the Matrix.
Yeah, they're not worried about. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm saying I'm not worried about it. They pretty much in every state. We're major cities, like us. We got the biggest airport in the world, so of course they're gonna be here. But the thing is, and we got a lot of immigrants here too. But my thing is, I'm not worried about them people. Like I said, we had a town hall meeting last night. Them people up there scared and stuff. So y'all scared about. If you legit, you legit. I'm not gonna be up here. Another thing I want to say, black people. I know. I told my son this, and other boys be mentored. If anybody pull you over, just have your shit in order. Now you can't stop them from doing anything else, but don't be what I do and all that. Just like, here you go, my ID officer, here's my insurance, just show all your shit. So you don't have to go through all that. Now anything after that, you have control over, but just don't give them nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just give them the information that they need. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Cause sometimes I see some of us, they talking loud and shit for no reason. Why you talking? If you legit, just give your paperwork. Give you your license, your ID, whatever, insurance, and keep it moving. Because a lot of people don't know. They can look at your tag and know, pretty much read all your stuff anyway and see legit. That's why they pull up on a lot of ICE agents pull up on people they know. They can tell everything they need to know on the tag. So everybody up in that lady, people are using their cars and blowing horns and stopping them people. Let them people do their damn job. Them federal agents, y'all. That's my last word. Stop messing with federal agents because they can really be a little bit nasty if they wanted to. I'll let my client.
Yes.
I agree.
Okay. And we're going to read this. I'm going to read this statement again with our denouncement and what we stand for. Like we say, the undersigned collective black organizations with UEOA, we consider ourselves FBA, Foundational Black American, more Aboriginal, all of it. All of us have ties to America, and we denounce everything that is being done. We expressly denounce any attempt to drag and coerce the Black community and fellow Black power formations into military conflict or adversarial engagement on behalf or in defense of non-Black people. Such actions are undertaken without our consent, without our mandate, and directly contradicts the principle of collective self-determination and community-focused solidarity. These unauthorized initiatives do not represent our values, our strategies, or our agreed upon direction as a people. The priority is our stance of upbuilding Black America. Our focus is unwavering and clear: the building up and protection and empowerment of Black Americans. While we recognize there are injustices wherever it exists, our primary energy resources, and advocacy must be directed towards solving the profound and persistent crisis within our own communities. We cannot be diverted from this urgent mission. Black America continues to face existential threats stemming from systemic racism, economic violence, and internal community destruction. We recognize what we do among each other. We hold ourselves accountable. Our people is in a state of emergency that demands our full and undivided attention. We're the only ones suffering. Our commitment is addressing the real crisis facing our communities. We stand for tangible actions and healing at home. We commit to the fight against gun violence that's tearing our families apart, the lack of community, and the lack of education and resources for our youth, homelessness, housing insecurity, general poverty, and economic disenfranchisement, food shortages and nutritional deserts, disproportionate health disparities, just like our Black women dying at childbirth. No matter what, the destruction of the Black life through mass incarceration and police brutality. This is our battlefield. This is where our defense is needed. Our self-defense is the defense of our communities from these daily systemic attacks. It is the defense of our future through building institutions, creating wealth, securing health, and fostering peace. We call on all those who genuinely care for Black liberation to reject unauthorized provocations and direct that energy towards concrete, life-affirming work of building, healing, and empowering the Black community. Our power is in our unity of peace for our people, by our people. We are in solidarity and focus with a collective of Black organizations, and we, the representatives of UEOA. We putting us first. We recognize our problems, and we recognize we have work to do in our own communities because of the conditions that they put us in. And I land my plane.
Well said. I mean, no word. That's how you do it. Yep.
Okay. Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Enjoy.
One moment. I know that
you know that we're still